Olivia, are you there? I really need to talk to you. It's about those documents. You know that today is the last day to submit them, right? I just wanted to let you know that we still haven't gotten them.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry about this, but I'm actually not at work right now. In fact, I'm done for the day.
Excuse me? What do you mean that you're done for the day?
I mean that I have plans tonight. I'm going to go on a big group date, so I'm not going to be kept at work doing overtime. If you want those documents so badly, I recommend that you take care of them yourself. All the files you need should be on my work computer.
Olivia, please, how many times have you done this exact thing that you're doing right now? I'm really glad that you have all these plans to do all these fun things, but you need to take care of work. And this year, you've been just awful about taking care of deadlines. Do you realize that?
Oh, come on. You have to know that it's not like I'm not trying. I'm giving it my all. I really am. But it's not my fault if the deadlines are too strict and I can't meet them on time.
You say that, but we asked for this paperwork from you over a month ago. You have had plenty of time to work on it and get it done, and you haven't. I understand and appreciate that you're working hard, but you have to do better.
Okay, fine then, but if you're going to be that way, then that means that you can't use those excuses either. I mean, you're also always going on about how hard you tried to get something done when you failed to meet a deadline or something like that, so if I can't use it, then neither can you.
I'm sorry, but I really don't know what you're talking about at all.
Let's just get something straight here. You're going to be turning 38 this year, right? And isn't it true that you don't even have a boyfriend? I'm just saying that if you're not even in a relationship, then you certainly shouldn't be able to use that excuse, okay?
That literally doesn't even make sense. How does one have anything to do with the other? But since you have all this free time to be going on dates, how about coming back to the office and finishing up your work? If it isn't done today, then you are going to be in trouble, so I recommend coming back and handling this.
You mean you're really going to try and force me to miss out on a big date night for work? No way, that's totally unfair.
Well, I understand that you're upset, but you did this to yourself. Maybe you should have been more on top of work if you didn't want this to happen, but if you come back now, you might still be able to make it on time.
This is just like you. Of course you would try and ruin all the fun that someone younger than you is trying to have. You're just jealous of me because I'm going to go on a date and you're going to be stuck at the office all night. Don't you get how that makes you nothing more than a bully?
And just how in the world do you figure that makes sense, huh?
Because you are literally trying to keep me from going on a date right now. You're just trying to abuse your position in the company to carry out this horrible grudge you have against me. But don't think that just because you've worked here longer than me, that you can treat me like this. I have rights too, and I'm not afraid to take this to HR.
Now hold on for just one single second. I am not bullying at all. How can you even suggest that? All I am asking you to do is come back here and finish the work that you were supposed to have done by today.
And miss my big group date tonight? I don't think so. I'll have you know that the men who are going to be showing up today are doctors and lawyers and people who work in town hall. So if you think that I'm going to let you ruin my chances of striking in with some rich guy, then you've got another thing coming. I am going to my group date tonight, and there is nothing that you can do to stop me. Got it?
Are you really sure that you want to do this, Olivia?
And why can't you do this for me? It's not like you even have anyone waiting at home for you. You're just a lonely old woman, so how about you take care of that overtime for me? In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my youth and do my best to attract a young and rich doctor or lawyer to marry me.
Olivia, just hold on right there. I mean, you are taking this whole thing a bit too far. Your language towards me is unacceptable. I am your supervisor, and you are not allowed to talk to me like this.
There you go. The truth comes out. You're my supervisor, so you think you can use me to just get out of work whenever you want. But I have friends in the office. After all, you have your supervisor too, and I know just how to work men like him. Sure, he may be fat and bald, but at least I know that I can use him to trump anything you try and make me do.
You really think that you're going to get away with acting like this? You think this is appropriate at all?
I don't care what you have to say, but I'm about to get on the subway and I won't be able to message you. So why don't you just leave me alone? Besides, it sounds to me like you should have plenty of work at the office to keep you busy.
Hey, Liz, you hear the big news? Your brother is finally getting married. The wedding is going to be at the end of next month, so go ahead and ask for the time off from work now.
You're getting married at the end of next month? But where did all of this come from? This is all so sudden. I mean, I didn't even know that you were dating someone.
I knew that you'd be surprised when I told you about this. But I have to say, of everyone involved, I'm still probably the most surprised about all of this.
And just what do you mean by that, Ian? Why would you be the most surprised?
Well, probably because I only met the woman that I'm going to be marrying last month. We started texts and dating a bit, and now she's pregnant, so, well, that's that pretty much.
Hold on a second. What did you say? You got someone pregnant?
Look, I know we're going through the traditional order of how these things normally go, but I'm going to be a man and accept my responsibility for my actions. So basically, we really haven't even been going out that long, but we're going to be getting married and already have reservations for late next month.
Wow. Well, I just really don't even know what to say. I mean, are you sure about this? It all just seems a bit sudden to be getting married.
I know, but my girlfriend says that she's fine with this and that this is actually how she would want things to go. Now, I know that you probably have a lot of thoughts about all of this, but I have a duty as a man and as a future father to be there for my girlfriend and future child. So anyways, I hope you can look past the circumstances and come to my wedding and help support me.
Ian, have you told Mom and Dad anything about this yet? I mean, do they know?
Yeah, I told him. Dad basically hit me in the gut right then and there, but he said that it was my life and that I was free to live it how I wanted. And he said that he'd rather I step up and be there than abandon someone I got pregnant.
Well, then I guess at least our parents and I are in agreement on that. Especially about it being your life. If this is what you want to do and you're sure about it, then I'm not going to say anything. And honestly, I think it takes a lot of guts to dedicate yourself like this after finding this out. So, of course I'll be there for your wedding.
Liz, thank you so much. You always have my back.
Well, of course. And now I have a really important wedding to look forward to. I can't wait to see you two dressed up walking down the aisle.
Yeah, my girl is just so pretty. I mean it. She is the cutest thing. Of course, she's not just looks. She's also really nice and an all-around super kind person.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you're really crazy about her, but that just makes me happier.
I don't think I've ever been this happy in my life. I could never see myself being married or having kids, but now that it's happening, it's like it was always meant to be. But I also really like that she'll do whatever I say.
Oh, I see. That seems a bit old-fashioned, I guess, but as long as it works for you two.
Well, it's just that women these days always want to try and be all tough and dominant, but my girl is just really shy. I mean, she blushes when shaking people's hands.
Ian, I'm not trying to be rude, and maybe we can just chalk this up to women's intuition, but do you think that someone who acts like that might actually just be pretending a little bit? I mean, if someone is really so submissive that they can hardly even shake someone's hand? I don't know. I guess it's just hard for me to understand how a girl like that could end up pregnant. Again, I'm really not trying to be rude about any of this, but I just don't have a good feeling about this.
Oh, come on. You really don't think that your brother has any game? Girls are just attracted to men who can show that they're willing to put their money where their mouth is. Can you please just accept that this girl likes me for all of my charms?
Oh, right. I forgot how much of a narcissist you can be, to be honest.
Well, look, Liz, I get that you're worried for me, and I do appreciate the concern, but I think that this is a good thing, and that there's nothing to worry about. So anyways, I'm just so excited to get to introduce you to my fiancé at the wedding.
And what the heck is a grandma like you doing at my wedding, huh? Did someone invite you? Because I certainly don't remember adding your name to the guest list. Ugh, why are you even here? How about you just beat it and go home? If you really wanted me to go away, then you should have just told me from the start. You didn't have to dump out your glass of wine on me like you did. Well, I had to make sure that the message stuck and that you would never come around here again. Besides, I know you're only here to try and pick up men from my wedding, so it's my duty to get rid of little pests like you so the rest of the guests can enjoy the wedding in peace. Excuse me? Did you seriously just call me a pest? You have got some serious nerve. Well, it's what you are. You're a pest, and I'm the exterminator keeping you out. I mean, really, you think just because you're my boss, you can invade my private life like this? You try and pretend like you're such a hard worker, concentrating on your job, but it's clear you've got boys on the mind like the rest of us.
I really think that there has been some kind of mistake here. I mean, you don't actually think I'm here trying to flirt, do you?
Of course you are. Why else would some lonely old lady such as yourself show up to her underling's wedding? Or did you just come here to ruin my wedding out of jealousy?
Oh, come on, now you're just being ridiculous.
I am not. The fact of the matter is that you're nothing but a tottering old lady who can't stand to see women younger than you being happy. That's why you're taking it upon yourself to try and sabotage my wedding. I had no idea that you were such a terrible person.
But I am trying to tell you that I'm not doing any of what you're accusing me of, and frankly, I think that you're being very disrespectful. I mean, I'm not even that much older than you, and I'm not here at your wedding to try and pick up men. And just what is wrong with being single anyways, huh? None of what you're saying has anything to do with anything else.
You really are just crazy. Do you know that? Ugh, you really have lost it. What is the matter with you? This is what I mean when you're just upset because someone younger than you is doing something that you were never able to do yourself. You're just like this because you saw me in my wedding dress and weren't able to keep your emotions in check. Are you kidding me right now? Please tell me that you're joking about this. I'm not joking, but if you want to stop being the butt of every single joke ever, then you should turn around and go home now. I just don't have room for a lonely old lady at my wedding, and if you don't leave right now, I am going to dump a bottle on your dress next.
Oh, I'll go home, but you'll regret it. I can guarantee you that right now.
Just go back home, all right? We don't want you here, and nobody even invited you to my wedding in the first place. Why don't you just turn around and go to the office where you belong? I'm sure there's plenty of work waiting for you. I still have plenty of paperwork sitting on my desk and in my computer if you want to go and do it for me.
Well, okay then. I'll go home, but you'll have to tell your husband why his sister isn't at the wedding. And you'll have to tell him that I went home because you poured your wine on me. Then you might want to go to work and see what I'll have ready for you there.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? Are you saying that you're Ian's little sister? But I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense.
I know that your wedding was thrown together so quickly, so you never got to meet the rest of my family. So I suppose I should take this chance to fill you in on just whose family you're marrying into. But yes, I am Ian's older sister, if you must know.
Wait, no, this has to be some kind of a joke. Please tell me this isn't happening. There's no way you're actually Ian's sister.
Well, I am. And he told me all about his last-minute engagement to some mystery woman. But either way, I was really looking forward to this. I was so happy that my little brother was finally getting married. Although when I heard him describe his fiancée as a submissive little waif, I just knew that something was up.
What is that supposed to mean? What would be up? Why would you say something like that?
Come on, I know that you think I'm old, but I still know the usual tricks. But you must be a really good actress to have fooled Ian like that. Does he know that you're flirting with at least 5 different guys from the office? I don't think that's the kind of behavior that a submissive woman would do.
Wait, no, hold on a second. I think that there's been some kind of a misunderstanding here.
Well, you can say whatever you'd like, but I'm going to do as you told me and just go home. Of course, you'll have to explain to everyone at the wedding why the groom's older sister isn't there. But anyways, I'm going to head to the office like you suggested.
Hold on, no, don't go home, please. Don't do anything crazy, I'm begging you.
Do anything crazy? What could you possibly be talking about? I'm only doing as you told me. If anyone was acting crazily, it was you, Olivia. I mean, have you already forgotten that you poured wine all over my dress?
But, oh, that's not fair. I had no idea who you were. I didn't know that you were Ian's sister. He told me that his sister was a bit older than him, but... I still had no way to know that it was you. This is all your fault for not making this clearer to me sooner.
Excuse me? Please tell me that you're not being serious about that.
Of course I am. This is all your fault. You're just trying to ruin everything because you're single. And you're upset because you don't have a boyfriend and you're not married, and that's why I got rid of you. None of this is my fault. It can't be. Everything that led up to me pouring the wine on your dress was all your fault. You can't blame me for this.
I am so sick and tired of these lame excuses. Do you really think that you're justified in acting the way you did because of that? And you're about to have a child? I'm sorry, but I really don't think that you're suited to motherhood at all. So you'll just have to tell Ian that it's all your fault that his sister isn't going to be at his wedding.
Hey, Liz, I just wanted to apologize for today. I'll pay for all the damage to your dress, of course.
Oh, you don't need to worry about it. I'm sorry for leaving the way I did. But I heard that the wedding ended up being canceled.
Yeah. After I heard what Olivia did to you, I just couldn't go through with marrying her. She was much more different than I thought. So I'm just glad that we avoided getting married at all.
So then you're not even going to have the civil ceremony?
Well, I think I'm still going to do that. She is pregnant and all.
Well, hold on a second. Maybe you should hold off on that for just a little bit.
What do you mean? Do you think you know something that I don't?
Well, maybe we'll talk about this in person tomorrow. Hey there, Olivia. I heard that your wedding fell through.
It did. It was all your fault. You ruined my wedding. If you hadn't gone home, then this would have never happened.
I can't believe that you're still acting like this towards me.
Oh, shut up. Don't think this means that I've given up on your brother. You know that I'm pregnant with his baby, right? So even if there's no wedding, we'll still get married.
Yes, Ian told me a bit about that. I told him he was being very mature. So what I want to know is if the child you're carrying is really my brother's at all.
How rude of you. Of course it's Ian's baby. How could you even ask me something like that? What is the matter with you?
Well, after I left the wedding, I went back to the office like I said I would, and I was doing a little bit of work. But then all of a sudden, I heard my boss shouting from his office. He somehow found out that you were going to be marrying my brother, and he begged me to put a stop to it. He told me he was sure that the baby was his.
Wait, no, that can't be right. This is ridiculous.
Well, he told me that he had proof of what he was saying, and he showed me lots of pictures of you going out together.
But he said that he wasn't going to take any pictures.
I have to say that I was really shocked. This is the guy you said was fat and bald, but at least you could manipulate him. Well, I guess he might have manipulated you into having his baby. Or maybe you were just trying to climb the company ladder?
No, there has to be some kind of mistake. My baby is Ian's baby. You have to believe me.
I've already taken the liberty of telling Ian all about this, so I think you're better off talking to him about this. Anyways, I don't have anything else to say on the matter, so take care. After that, Olivia called Ian and he refused to go forward with the marriage until a paternity test was taken. And that's how Ian found out that the father was, in fact, my boss. Then HR became involved and ended up letting the both of them go for their inappropriate office behavior. Ian officially called off all wedding plans and even demanded that Olivia pay the cancellation fees for her lying. Instead, my boss agreed to pay for Ian's wedding, and he ended up marrying Olivia instead. I have no idea how the two of them are doing now, and frankly, I don't really care. As for me, I was promoted to my old boss's position for always being such a diligent employee. After Olivia was let go, I went to HR to tell them about how I would always be picking up her slack and finishing work that she wasn't able to get done on time. They had no idea about any of that, but were very grateful for all the extra hours that I had put into the job. I also started dating someone, and things have been going very well ever since Olivia left my life.
Thank you for watching till